Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP. Today I've got something nice and special for you, cinnamon scrolls. Alright, let's get on with it. So what I have here is about 75 ml or a third of a cup of some warm milk, and I'm adding into that 7 grams of dried yeast. I'm just going to cover that with a tea towel and let it sit for about 15 minutes until it activates. In the meantime, 3 cups of flour, quarter cup of sugar, 7 grams of yeast, and half a teaspoon of salt. Just sift that straight in there. I don't bother sifting anymore really. I just use the mixer and let's give that a quick mix through. And the video we made prior to this, we actually broke our mixer, so bear with me. So 15 minutes later, our yeast has gone all nice and fluffy, and we can just add that straight into our dry ingredients just like that. I'm going to give that a quick mix, nothing too serious, maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Now I'm going to add in 100 grams of melted butter. Make sure it's not too cold. 1 egg goes in as well, and we're just going to mix that all through just like that. 300 ml of warm milk. Make sure it's warm, not hot. We just want it warm, and that way it's going to keep our yeast nice and alive and well. So speed this up. We're going to mix it through until a beautiful dough forms. We're going to remove that from the hook. See how that goes. If it's a little bit wet, you can add just a little bit of flour just to help it along. I'm going to put some flour down on our bench. I'm going to turn out our dough, and we're going to knead this for a good 10 minutes. Make sure all those glutens are working, that yeast gets through all of that dough. So just keep kneading that through. If it does tend to feel a little sticky, just add a little bit more flour. Alright, sometimes my measurements might be off. So tuck all the edges of the dough underneath, make sure it's a nice ball. Just keep working that through, and it will be a nice smooth ball. Very, very simple thing to do. Alright, we've got that nice little dough ball. I'm going to spray my bowl with a little bit of spray oil. I'm going to put the dough in, and I'm going to get some cling film and put that straight over the top. And I struggle with cling film, so if you need some help from an adult, do that. Just cover that with a tea towel, put it somewhere nice and warm. In the meantime, we can start making our filling. So I've got 80 grams of butter, which I've melted. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon in there, and a quarter cup of caster sugar. Right, that's a nice fine sugar. And all we're simply going to do is just mix that up with a spoon. Nothing too dramatic or experience required to create this. And that's just going to create this really nice rich filling that we're going to use on our dough. So after about an hour, I'll let my dough rise and tip that straight out. Look how much that has grown, and all we need to do now is punch the dough down, and I do that literally. Give that another quick knead for about another 3-4 minutes or so, and we can start rolling this out. We want to try and roll it out as even as possible. I am not the best with a rolling pin, so some of you bakers will probably do a better job than I do. And if it does feel a little sticky, just add a little bit of flour. Now we're going to get our filling. I'm just going to drizzle that over the top of our dough, just like arts and crafts. Once again, Arts and Crafts with KP. Maybe we should call this channel Arts and Crafts with KP, who knows. So we're just going to add all of that down, and we're simply just going to roll this up into a log. Take your time, try and work it evenly if possible. I'm just going to roll it from the bottom all the way up towards the top. And I might have made my dough sheet just a little bit too big. You want to try and get them as even as possible. So while I show you how to make things, I'll also show you my failures as well. There are failures sometimes in the kitchen. We're simply just going to cut these into about inch thick slices, just like that. I'm going to put that on a tray. I've got my oven sitting at about 180 degrees. And once these go brown and fluffy, we know they're done. They don't take that long to do actually, probably about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. Just keep an eye on them. In the meantime, I've got some melted butter, I've got a cup of icing sugar, and that would be around about 80 grams of butter. Once again, I'm just going to mix that, a little bit of lemon juice, maybe a teaspoon or two, and yes, I did use the pre-manufactured product, no lemons on the tree today. A tablespoon of milk. I'm just going to mix that through. That's going to make up our nice glaze for on top. There's our cinnamon rolls. Once they get to that sort of colour, we know they are done. We know they're ready to go. And while they're still hot, I like to put my icing, my glaze straight on top, and that way it'll just melt down and they'll look like that. How good does that look? Alright, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, hit that like button. Gives me confidence. It should make you feel warm and fuzzy too, just like those cinnamon rolls are. Don't forget, hit that notifications bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up, or so YouTube says. We'll see if it's working this week. But more importantly, I want you to come and join the family. My family. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. I will catch you next time. Bye!